Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing a bonus reading for you guys. I based it on the number of likes versus views this time, and you guys still won. So thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you more than you know. I do want to let you know that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone out there, so do take what resonates for you. Simply leave the rest for someone else. As always, guys, don't try to put yourself into a story that is not for you. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse or flip-flop. It's really not unusual in a general reading. So just get in where you fit in. All right. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Cancer? Energy of the sign of Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. All right, let's see what we've got, Cancer. You have the Emperor in the reverse. You have the Three of Wands. And you have the Moon. Now, this is your card in the Major Arcana. So I feel like you are kind of keeping to yourself right now. You're being a bit mysterious. I do feel that you're playing everything kind of keeping your cards close to the chest, as it were. I am feeling like some of you might be experiencing a little bit of depression or just kind of feeling down. I do see you kind of in a waiting mode with the Three of Wands here. I do see you doing a lot of daydreaming or thinking, or even possibly going back in your mind thinking about someone or something. But you're really poised on the threshold of growth here, which I really like. But there's still a little bit of a waiting energy. With the Emperor in reverse, I do feel like you're dealing with a situation that may have gotten a bit out of control. Or a person. You may feel that there's a person that's a bit out of control, particularly if you are in a twin flame or spiritual connection. So let's see who's in your energy. Show me who's in Cancer's energy. Somebody doesn't want to give up their energy, huh? So you may be dealing with somebody that doesn't really want to reveal how they're feeling or what's going on in their life right now. They may be kind of secretive or keeping everything to themselves. There we go. All right, we have Judgment. We have the Five of Wands in the reverse. And we have the Five of Swords in reverse. Okay, so there's a lot of change taking place in this person's life. That being said, I do feel that this person, they're not completely thrilled with the changes that may be taking place. I am seeing that there's either a desire to reconnect with you, or they may be passing judgment on this situation. But even if that's the case, which it could be even both, I feel like they don't want conflict with you. They're actually trying to come out of conflict. This person is trying to come out of ego as well. I can see they definitely don't want any kind of conflict. I feel like they really want to reconcile here. Let's see the energy between the two of you. Page of Wands. Yeah, that's okay. So there could be some sort of small communication. There's something to do with the time element, particularly on your side. and more of a pridefulness, or and I can see them trying to come out of that prideful energy. I feel like this is somebody, and both people actually are very attractive. So I feel like both of you would be considered attractive to others, and I feel as if this person is aware that they're very attractive. There is definitely a bit of like sexual energy that's between the two of you. So there could be some communication that has happened or will happen. And I just heard biding my time. It felt like it was coming from Cancer's side, but I'm not sure. Let's see what's affecting this connection. The Eight of Swords. You're both thinking about one another. Yeah, you're both really thinking about each other. You're both up in your head. There may be, like I said, a little bit of depression on both sides or one side. I see that more on your side. Yeah, there's definitely also like a coldness between the two of you right now. Both parties thinking a lot about the other. Let's see your outcome. Show me the outcome, the near future. We have the Three of Swords, and we have the Ten of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so Cancer, what I'm seeing is that in the outcome, there's a lot of pain here. I see that you're really going through it here. Yeah, your heart is a little broken here. I'm so sorry. The person that you are dealing with, they actually want to resolve whatever it is that is causing this pain. So I feel like this person has come to some realizations about you. I feel like they really do want to resolve things, and they do want to reconcile. Yeah, I'm not sure you're open to that though. I see you kind of going through this melancholy stage. You're waiting for something, and we'll clarify that. But you feel like somehow you're in a restricted stage here. And it's very painful for you. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Wands. That's underlying energy. And again, it's telling me that you're very hurt here. Like you've gone through so much with this person, and it's been painful. You've tried very hard to work through things, to persevere with this person. You have a deep inner strength. I can see that. I feel like you were very determined to kind of move past anything that was painful or that was hurting you. But you don't trust this person. Yeah, there's a definite lack of trust here. Let's clarify. Spirit, why is the Emperor in reverse? Okay, Ten of Wands. Now that's in the outcome on their side. It's in the reverse, and the Knight of Swords. So if this person comes forward to try to resolve these problems with you, you're gonna tell them a little bit of something about themselves. You're gonna speak your truth to this person. I do feel that you feel this person has not behaved in a noble manner, that they haven't behaved in a way that they should have, or that was up to par for who they are. And I'm also feeling like you feel the situation got out of control because of the way they were behaving. Now, I do see you willing to work through problems, but not until after you've said a little something to this person. I don't feel like you're going to be like welcoming them back with open arms. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Two of Coins. For some of you, this person could be married or in another relationship, and they may be juggling. And you may be unconsciously waiting for that to end. I'm not saying that you're consciously doing that, but unconsciously you could be, for those of you in that situation. For others of you, I feel like you're waiting for a commitment. You're waiting for a commitment that's balanced and that's happy. And this person's just not giving you what you need. You're finding your own balance here, but you're waiting for a real commitment. Why is the moon here? Judgment. So there's mirroring that's going on. King of Pentacles reversed. And the Five of Wands reversed. More mirroring that's going on. So you actually have 2 of their 3 cards in your energy. So I feel like a lot of you would be willing to hear this person out. I don't think you're telling them that. I think you're kind of keeping that to yourself. But I feel like you're not going to do that unless this person comes correct. It's very clear. You don't want to fight with them. But you've already made up your mind that if this person is attached to someone else, or if they are disloyal, if they are not, committed to this connection, you're not going to fight with them. You're just done here. You're just not going to deal with them. It's like you've made this very resolute contract with yourself, and you're sticking to it here. And I feel like you feel that you don't need to explain yourself to this person, that you've already done all the explaining you need to. This has been a painful chapter for you. Now, if they do approach you to resolve the problems, I am seeing you're going to tell them a little something. But if this person comes back and they're still attached to someone else, or if they come back and they're not willing to provide the commitment that you're looking for, and a balanced relationship, I feel like you're gonna pass judgment on them. You're not gonna fight with them. You already know what direction you're going, and you know what you're waiting for, and that's all there is to it. It's a very resolute energy. Let's look at their energy. Why is Judgment here? For some of you, this is a spiritual connection or a twin flame connection. For a lot of you, in fact, I am seeing a lot of mirroring here. Why is Judgment here? Ooh, the Tower and the Four of Swords. Yeah, so something here caused a Tower moment for them. Yeah, something between this conflict that they want to resolve and come out of caused a Tower moment. They feel like their world has kind of been shaken up, and they're healing their energy, but I think they're being very silent right now, which is pretty much, again, mirroring, because you're keeping everything kind of to yourself as well. They are trying to heal their energy. This conflict between the two of you really did shake up their world, whether they're telling you that or not. What's the Five of Wands? All right, we have the Eight of Wands and the Ten of Swords. Oof. They may be feeling a little bit like the victim here. They're feeling a bit betrayed. I do feel like there's going to be a sudden change that's going to end this conflict, though. And it looks like it's communication. For those of you that live at a distance, this person may even travel. They feel like you betrayed them. That's what caused the Tower moment. So you pulling back your energy feels like a betrayal to them. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying that's how they're perceiving it. And they want to end that conflict. So I do feel that there is going to be a change here, and it's going to come about likely through communication. I do see that for a lot of you right now, they're remaining very silent, but that's gonna change. The Sun. You could be dealing with the Leo. And the Five of Coins reversed. Again, a card of reconciliation. Wanting to come in out of the cold. They feel that you abandoned them, that you betrayed them. They may put their pride aside, because I see that they are realizing that they have to. This person does have a bit of a prideful energy, And they're realizing that they have to kind of put that pride aside. They feel that resolving all this conflict between the two of you is what's going to lead to their happiness. And they also feel like a reconciliation with you would make them very happy. So they're all about the reconciliation, and you're kind of holding back. Let's see why the Page of Wands is here. Why is the Page of Wands here? Two of Swords reversed. Oof. Eight of Swords. See? More mirroring. Eight of Swords. All right. So they're thinking about you constantly. They're thinking about talking, how to approach you. I feel like this person is unsure of how to approach you, and that's part of the reason why they're being silent. The other reason is that they're healing their energy. I do feel that there's going to be a conversation. It's going to start very, very small, though. It's like a beginning of a conversation here. You've made the decision here that if this person approaches you to resolve the conflict, you're gonna have some things to say. I see you kind of lining up point by point what you're gonna say to this person if they come forward to approach you. And I feel like you're gonna have some things to say. You're gonna tell them a little bit about themselves. They're constantly thinking of you, though. They don't know how to approach you. It's like they're seeing a different side of you than they saw in the past. Ace of Swords. Six of Swords reversed. Seven of Swords reversed. They're feeling kind of powerless too. Interesting. They feel stuck in this energy. They feel stuck, restricted, like they can't quite, I heard, get access to you. So some of you may have them blocked. If that's the case, they want you to unblock them. But yeah, they're not able to move forward. The thoughts of what happened between the two of you, words that were said, things that were done, it's constantly playing in their mind. And they just can't escape it. It leaves them feeling powerless. Yeah. I do feel like if there are other parties that have been, you know, talking about you, that they haven't stood up for this connection and they know it. Again, on your side, I'm seeing you communicating very clearly what it is you want. You're coming forward here, Cancer, as being very, very intellectual in your approach. You're not in your emotions. And you're definitely very clear. I feel like you're going to communicate very clearly. You're leaving the emotion out of it. So you may feel in the past that this person has emotionally manipulated you, and you're not going to allow that. Now, that being said, you're kind of stuck in your thoughts a little bit here too. Even though you know what it is that you want, there's a part of you that's just not quite able to move on from this person. Let's look at your outcome. Yeah, you're showing up almost like an air sign. You could be dealing with an air sign, though. That would be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right, so we have the King of Swords. We have the Four of Cups reversed. And we have the Hermit in reverse. So this person's going to break their silence. They realize that they have to if they want to resolve any of these problems. So they're going to be trying to get your attention. You definitely have their attention because they can't get you off their mind. So I do feel that this person is going to break their silence. They're going to want to talk with you. And I do feel that they have been doing a lot of soul searching and trying to figure out how to solve these problems, how to resolve things with you. For you, you're kind of stuck in this pain. And I feel like you're going to be a little cold to this person. You are going to give them your attention, it looks like, but I feel like you're not going to be the warm, loving Cancer girl or guy that this person is used to dealing with. I feel like you are willing to resolve the conflict and you're willing to reconcile, but only if they bring forward a commitment with only you, because you're very clear on what you want. You're being honest with this person. And I do feel that you are going to let them know, look, your actions have been very painful to me. So you're very resolute here, and I can see it. So I do feel that they've gone through a tower moment with this conflict, and you pulling your energy back. You're going to hear from them. Ooh, look at that. Bottom of the deck is Justice. That is a sign of Libra, so some of you could be dealing with a Libra. But we have earth signs here too. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Let's see. Anything else that stands out? Don't get too tied up in the signs, guys, because we have them all in our chart somewhere. And we all behave differently. Like I said, you're kind of behaving more like an air sign would. You know, you do what the situation calls for, right? But as an underlying energy, you're going to get justice in this situation. You have been hurt. You have been the one who has been persevering in this connection. And now you're asking for karmic justice, and I feel like you're going to get it. So it's also showing a balancing here. Let's get an oracle card for you. Sign Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. It's number 37. That condenses down to a 10. So Cancer, you're reaching the end of a cycle of some sort. It says nature communication. So let's see. I'm going to read that directly. With this card, this is from the Alice in Wonderland deck, Oracle deck. It says, with this card, Alice thinks that because the flowers are, well, flowers, that they cannot speak, reason, or communicate. They are not like her, and therefore she thinks they cannot ever understand or connect with her. Alice assumes the same applies in the opposite direction, but to her surprise, the flowers in the world through the looking glass can speak. And they are very critical, very picky, and very aware of their choices. While they also make assumptions, thinking Alice to be a flower like them, yet unlike them, they reveal that most of the time they do not speak because they feel there simply isn't anybody worth talking to. Alice then realizes the flowers have recognized her as someone worth talking to, perhaps because she has praised their beauty and simply wish to be able to communicate. She also has humility and a desire to understand. When this card comes to you, do not make assumptions about people, creatures, or beings who seem too different for you to communicate with. There is always a way to bridge the gap between us. If you request for these beings to speak with you and stay open to that possibility, there will be communication. This is especially important when working with the plant kingdom, trees and flowers, elementals, and fairy energy. Be a person worth communicating with. Open your heart and mind and express your desire. In that way, new bonds and cords of understanding can grow between the human world and the wonders all about us. So the divination on this says you are being asked not to make assumptions. Be open to possibilities that seem to be outside rational expectation. Attempts to communicate with beings from other realms within nature, spiritual planes, or even just humans is thought there is no chance of speaking to or being understood by. Be open and express the desire for communication. Be more lateral and less literal about the way communication can take place. Be a being worth communicating with, and this will go far. So guys, this is all about communication, not just with this person, although you can see that that's kind of at the core, and you're going to hear from this person. But also, you guys are kind of going through this spiritual awakening. So as you go through that spiritual awakening, I feel that you're going to be opening yourself up to, you know, frequencies that are not quite the same as you. And I feel like you guys need to be aware that you can communicate, even like with plants and that kind of thing. If you receive a thought, you're receiving communication. So be open to that, be aware of that. I feel like it's more a card of you becoming aware of those frequencies and the communication. But with regard to this relationship, you're being asked to be open and to listen. So hear what this person has to say, whether you agree with them or you don't, and take the time to listen before you tear them to pieces here. Because I can see you guys have some things you want to say to this person. And I'm not saying don't say them, but you want to be less harmful in how you say them, okay? All right. So Cancer, I hope this has been helpful for you. If you have resonated with this reading, please hit that like button. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. I would be ever so grateful. Until I see you guys in your regularly scheduled weekly readings, namaste.